10-year-old Mary and her siblings live with their parents in Medina Town, Bapolu County. They are happy about the availability of fresh and safe drinking water in their town. They do not have to walk in bushes anymore to fetch water from the rivers, which sometimes poses not only health problems, but also presents safety and security issues, including gender-based violence. With the intervention of the Accelerated Community Development Program, Mary, her siblings, and other residents of this town do not have to worry anymore about the availability and safety of the water they use for drinking, cooking, and other household work. The Accelerated Community Development Program, or ACDP, is an ambitious 5-year initiative of the government of Liberia towards achieving local national development agenda and the global sustainable development goals by 2030. The project, costed at $300 million United States dollars, is implemented by the United Nations Development Program and aims to address the real and pressing needs of the most vulnerable rural populations of Liberia by reducing poverty and inequalities and accelerating socio-economic development in rural communities. It also aims to help strengthen human capital and resilience to shocks and pandemics, among others. The ACDP has constructed 5 solar-powered water boreholes to address challenges of access to safe drinking water. These water facilities will serve as reliable sources of water in the communities and for irrigation. The boreholes are constructed in Donfa, Bon County, Yapatown in Riverside County, and Medina, Bopolu, and Totokole in Bapolu County. The water couldn't have come at any better time than now. The last 4 months have had more sun and less rain. Water levels across Liberia can significantly drop during this period. Many of the existing hand pumps have become non-functional over the years. So, the solar power boreholes come as a lifesaver. Not only do they provide fresh water in volume, but the water supply is also consistent, sustainable, and environmentally friendly, thanks to the solar energy that provides power to pump water from the grounds to the tower. The water towers will ensure security as well as cut down the time it takes for women and children who go in search of safe drinking water from long distances, also reducing the level of vulnerability to sexual and gender-based violence.
So now you say it was difficult for water being the March we in a March use of return a day. Some people digging well in Bui from play to play. We can't even get water. Was solving here for water being was difficult here.
The water issue in Medina was very difficult. As a time now, today the last of February, as a time we used to find water business difficult. People going out would take distance to find water. But this time now, at least you can see the tower, we can get water, daily basis, we're using water.
We tell the ACDP and thank you for what you did for all. We're happy for it, we're proud for it, because now we are not suffering for water. Anyhow, if you want water, you will get it. So we're happy and we tell you then thank you to do more than this. But now we're not suffering for water, we're happy.
We still telling UNDP thank you, and the time the citizen telling UNDP thank you. The water situation here is okay. We use water and we use it in care.
Farmers in some intervention areas have already started fully utilizing tools and equipment provided by the ACDP. As you can see in this clip, farmers are now using this new rice milling machine to clean their sea rice. Before this piece of equipment arrived, farmers took several hours to manually clean their locally grown rice. But not anymore. Thanks to ACDP, these rice and cassava milling machines are invaluable assets in the life of these farmers. They save time, do better cleaning, save energy, and retain the dignity of farmers.
For the rice machine, I used to beat rice in my hand, but now I don't beat rice in my hand because the rice is smaller. When you beat in the ricer, you can put blazer all in your palm. But now the machine make it easy for us.
The rice mill, the tractor, the rice tractor, we operate with it. And we also asking the government to not just sit and forget about us. We need a lot of support from the government on the line of agriculture. Government should invest more money into agriculture. We send it back to feed ourselves. If government having to support us, we will be able to feed ourselves.
Let me provide you some background information here. Back in July 2023, the UNDP formally turned over equipment and tools to farmers and agriculture cooperatives in Bong, Riverses, Gbapolu, Nimba, and Lofa, where ACDP activities are being implemented. The equipment included 14 new tractors and 14 trailers intended to enhance the labor capacity of farming cooperatives in making use of large-scale and more mechanized approach to farming as compared to use of bare hands to farm, which is more labor-intensive and time-consuming. The equipment turning over event was attended by top officials of government, representatives from donor partners, as well as from beneficiary communities.
This is a Government of Liberia initiative. The good thing about the Accelerated Community Development Project is the holistic approach is taking two things. So it's not just looking at just agriculture, but also as some of the other infrastructure needs in the communities to maximize the impact. We were very proud when we all came together because that's how you maximize impact. You get impact when you work together in a coordinated way. And this Accelerated Community Development Program has been developed through multiple stakeholders, different ministries working together, coming together.
I want to emphasize today that truly, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank the government of Liberia because, and this could be a model or a lesson learned by other governments. This is how development must be. It must be owned by the nation. It must be led by the nation. The UN and the other personnel must be here just to support technical assistance and other things as the government might request, but things, development plan, the vision must be laid, implemented by the government. And for any doubting tongues on Liberia, or on Africa, I should say in general, but on Liberia, since we are on Liberia soil today, today's program, today's launch of this program and handing over of the equipment is manifestation that government is in charge of its own affairs. So a big clap.
While it is true that most of the government's effort currently is directed towards supporting the upcoming 2023 elections, I am pleased, however, to report that the government is not and will not renege on development initiatives like these. The government takes keen interest in the ACDP that is anticipated to be implemented over a period of 5 years.
Let me extend my special gratitude to the government of Liberia for reposing confidence in the United Nations, especially the UNDP, as a partner of choice, and for the unwavering support and commitment to this program. It is worth mentioning that With an initial contribution of $3 million United States dollars by the government of Liberia, UNDP has procured 14 tractors and trailers, which will enhance the labor capacity of farming cooperatives in making use of large-scale and more mechanized approach to farming as compared to subsistence farming methods.
We have been presented tractor, other farming tools, right, and show that we are going to use it for internal purpose so that we'll be able to produce for ourselves and then other parts of Liberia, outside Liberia. We are not just going to carry the equipment for formality or for decoration. As a superintendent of the county, I am a farmer myself, so this is my interest, this is my heartbeat. We assure the president, we assure UNDP family that we will work with the equipment for its intended purpose, that they will see the fruit that this equipment was sent for. These are taxpayer money that will pay for this equipment through government, and so we should be able to manage it. We are very much happy.
We talk to our people to take responsibility of this equipment, to take matters in their own hands, as the president is interested in developing the country through agriculture. This is why those materials, those equipment are here, and it is being distributed among them. As you can see, the people out there, they are receiving their individual farmer equipment, and we also encourage them to do the best things so that we can start to feed ourselves on the soil.
Following the turning over ceremony in Monrovia, the UN Development Agency conducted a massive yet meticulous field distribution of the equipment and tools to farmers. In the counties, families are happy to see the trucks. The excitement is visible. The future of people in rural Liberia would never be the same again. Apart from the tractors and trailers, UNDP also turned over 41 sets of post-harvest processing machines. These included 13 sets of rice mills, 13 sets of cassava mills, 12 sets of rice treasures, and 1 set of sugarcane mill. For hand tools, well, there were a lot given. At least 18,338 pieces of assorted basic farming tools. Like the tractors and trailers, these assorted farming tools and equipment are adding value and helping to expand the agricultural base of each of the communities, thereby addressing the ultimate challenge of food insecurity.
Some of us, all of them who used to be there, but they machine we are bring to us, it will benefit us. So I appreciate it well.
Well, I feel so happy because we're passing through difficult things to get material to do our farming. Because if we don't go in a blacksmith kitchen and beat quality ash, we can't auto work.
I really like the tools that the government gave us. With them, we can clear our lands and make our farms. This will improve our livelihood.
Oh, I tell them thank you. I tell them very thank you for how to make more for us. Because we get the material and then we make big farm for the whole for to go down in the country.
This tractor, we are going to use it to, if we made a farm, we will use it to pour our produce. Like cassava, if we make cassava, our cassava already intact. Time for harvesting, we will use it to pour our market. And then if we decide to make restaurant, we also use it to make our farm.
Farming was very difficult for us here because we used to walk in the bush with slipper and the tongue juking us. But upon receiving these items, I'm very happy. Now I will be going in the bush with green boot, cutlass, with fire. But first we used to sharpen the cutlasses on the rack.
The first time was solving for color business, but this time you can supply with color. We can make our farm, we make our cassava farm, that you can do that one for us. I can tell UNDP, thank you. Because it's doing well for us. That UNDP can make, we go to Russia, that UNDP can make, we get color, we get Rico, we get cereal, we make our farm.
It was very difficult for me to get farming tools. So now I used to go borrow somebody's tools to go in my garden to go work. So now somebody will insult me because I not get a hand to get it. But today I get it, I feel proud of myself. I will take care of it because I know the use of it.
One of the main questions in the ACDP equation would be, who or how are these interventions going to be managed at the local level and at the end of the program or when funding dries up? Well, no need to worry. Sustainability was part of the ACDP design from the get-go. UNDP Liberia is setting up new local structures or enhancing the capacity of existing ones to manage ACDP interventions so that gains made now and in the future are locally owned, led, and sustained. In the first 2 months of 2024, ACDP conducted 2 intensive hands-on training sessions for 28 representatives of 14 agriculture cooperatives in the operations, maintenance, and repairs of the tractors. The trainings were held in Donfa, Bong County for 16 participants from Lofa, Bong, Nimba, and Riverside counties, and in Bopolu, Gbapolu County for 12 participants from Bomi and Gbapolu counties. Of the 28 training beneficiaries, 8 were women.
Changing the only primary changing, right? So the primary, you trace the line. If you forget any line coming from the tank, you come to the filter, you come to the filter valve, right? You go trace it. Day by day, you go to the water trap. It comes to the primary pump. On the primary pump, there's the line here. It coming right in up. The first filter. So the first filter are primary. Then the second filter, secondary. For the secondary, you trace the line again. Where you going? You go to the injector.
You are the baby, Pana. The back of Pana.
Have no idea at all on the tractor. Because the input key into the tractor are not have idea on it. To reverse the tractor are not have idea on it. But if few times I learn everything. I can drive the tractor, I take it to my house, I pack it, I take it to the website, I pack it. I have learned a lot. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to tell UNTV, thank you very much. They have made me learn a lot of things on the tractor. So thank you.
Before the program goes start, especially the women, time for their work as a community work, they will for all the women and men together to go to do the work physically because they say gender equality, women and men are the same. So we were finding it difficult. So when we go do the work, it can really embarrass us, especially with the women. But for this time, for some of us, since we were born, we don't even know how to ride cycle. But the particular program have made that we're able to, at least we can take advantage of this because they know how to learn how to ride tractor. So from here, when we go in our rural community, I think we that take part in the program to learn how to ride tractor. I think we can go back with a good news in our community to teach other women and men in our community at least, so that they can be improved. I think we can use the tractor, especially in Gbapolu here. We specialize in cassava farming. So we can be transporting our cassava from village to village.
This program has brought a lot of education to us, more especially the tractor training. Some of us will not even know how to ride bicycle or car. This heavy duty training have come in this country. We'll take that advantage and try to go through this training. Even those that came to teach us,
with certain things because the knowledge they imparting us brought a lot of good thing to us. Tomorrow we'll live by it and do one or two things for our community at least to improve the farming system.
Apart from training in the operations, maintenance, and repairs of the tractors, the ACDP also provided another form of capacity development for agriculture cooperatives. In September of 2023, the project collaborated with the Cooperative Development Agency of Liberia to roll out tailored training on the governing laws, structure, and processes of forming, registering, and operating agriculture cooperatives in Liberia. Beyond the training, the ACDP also disbursed the first tranche of startup grant to initial 10 selected agricultural cooperatives to aid with the early stage development and day-to-day operations. Each cooperative received 10,000 USD. The second tranche of the grants will be disbursed later in 2024, amounting to 200,000 for the initial 10 selected cooperatives. In April 2024, the UNDP handed over 14 laptops to local cooperatives. The aim of the support is to help cooperatives transition from manual reporting using paper-based record keeping to the use of technology. The handover is part of the ongoing agriculture intervention to enhance the capacity of the agriculture cooperatives established under the ACDP. The laptops for sure will contribute to the reduction of the use of papers, which environment experts say help combat climate change. Technology is crucial in record keeping as it minimizes paper waste. While the UNDP, in coordination with relevant agencies of the government of Liberia, is doing all the hard works in the field, it is also aware that keeping the public and stakeholders informed about the project status is important. The project has been engaged in diverse media and communications activities, beginning with the development of a comprehensive multi-year communications and visibility plan that professionally lays out communications and visibility activities. In addition to the communications plan, ACDP produced about 4,368 pieces of branded visibility materials. The project has also been erecting branded billboards in project communities, with residents happily helping the process. To target wider audiences, the ACDP also produced short jingles that are being aired on local radio stations.
Hello, my people. Please give me your attention for this short message from the Accelerated Community Development Program, or ACDP for short. The ACDP is a project of the government of Liberia, implemented by
At least 10 community radio stations in Bomi, Gbapolu, Nimba, Lofa, Bonk, and Riverside counties, and 2 commercial radio stations in Monrovia are airing the jingles in English and local vernaculars. In Monrovia, the person responsible for providing overall leadership of the project is ACDP Interim Manager Boy Johnson. With support from his colleagues, Boy has been doing a fantastic job juggling between the office and the field, making sure all the T's and I's are crossed and dotted. Boy is happy with the level of progress the ACDP has been making.
That is the major goal of the project: reduce poverty and inequalities. Now, let me just speak about the tractors, where we train 28 persons to know how to drive the tractor. That training we gave to them has already, built their skills. So a lady who didn't know how to, operate even a bicycle can now, drive a tractor, and she will be able to, train other people to know how to drive the tractor, they now become what you call heavy duty drivers. And so that ladies fit, to work even in a concession area. And that could bring up some income and so forth. The same thing with the men. So if you do that, you are also addressing the issue of poverty, at the same time addressing the issue of inequality. Addressing the issue of inequality because men and women are doing the same thing. Before then, it would just be only men driving, tractors. This time around, we say no. You have to bring, even though they didn't come in the number. So out of the 28, you have 8 women, and you have 20 men. But at least it is a starting. And as time goes on, maybe in the next 3 years or so, if we have the funding available, I can assure you that in a rural area, you will see real competition. You will see people will have income to be able to send their children to school, send their sick ones to hospital, and so forth. And some of the other things we want to embark on will have to do with health. So as of April, we should be able to donate about 7 ambulances to the Ministry of Health. That is going to help them, cater to some of the communities that were identified in the feasibility study to be able to undertake, their own, address their own issues when it comes to health and so forth. So we're hoping we see a Liberia that will be more rural driven, because if you provide incentives for the rural communities, a lot of people will, go in that direction. So the tractors, these water infrastructure that are being constructed, the ambulances to be, provided and so forth, will serve as some incentive to, attract people to the rural area. So we see that there's competition between the rural and the urban communities.
Boy is also concerned about the future of the program.
The funding we have right now is very limited. So as much as we want to address most of these issues, they also come with costs. So that would be the only challenge we may have, but we are looking around with donors and other partners to see how best we can mobilize, additional resources to support this intervention we're talking about.
Just to reiterate, the ACDP is a flagship program of the UNDP Regional Bureau of Africa that was domesticated by the government of Liberia and formally launched in October 2022 by former Liberian President George Weah during the UN Day event. With a new president, officials of the UNDP have been holding high-level discussions with top-flight officials of the Liberian government. Although much has not been publicly disclosed from these meetings, they certainly include notes on continuing and expanding the ACDP.